Good morning, people. This is it. This is the last one. And look, he's not here again. Late again for our final run of this marathon training block. Decided to turn up. You alright, bruv? You alright? Did you watch stop?
Have you been there?
I've done the 21 miles.
Brilliant, I'm going home.
You alright? Yeah.
I'm fine.
I was worried about you, bruv, you know.
I know.
I know you're usually late, but there's late and there's like taking the mickey late. Anyway, more importantly, are you ready for our final run? Our final big run, anyway.
Does it look like it?
Does he look ready? Look, what do you think, people? He does look ready for this final big run. It's the big one, Tobe. It's the big final push.
I've got some bad news, though.
Oh, no.
Me, not you.
Oh, yeah?
My headphones are broken.
Oh, his headphones are broken. That's good news. That means I'm going to give him a headache for 3.5 hours. So, Tobe, I think what we do is we'll do this run, and then at the end of it, we'll have a debrief on our marathon training, shall we?
How brilliant.
How brilliant it's gone, because it's been brilliant. Right, let's do the run, and then we'll come back and we'll do the debrief, and we'll rate ourselves, I reckon, out of 10, how we've done this marathon training block. I've got a feeling it's not going to be pretty. Right, coming in.
Let's go and talk about it.
Okay, right, let's put you down. We are back, and firstly, you're going to hear probably some background noise because my neighbours are getting some work done, but it's too hot to sit. Oh, where's the camera? It's too hot to sit indoors, isn't it, Tobe? Tobe's here, Bud's here.
It's got my mate.
And we are going to review. Let me just adjust the camera again. Let me say that out tight. Let me sort this out. There we go. How's that, Tobe? That's better, isn't it? Yeah, that's better. So, I don't know. Where do we start?
The beginning. It's alright then, wasn't it?
Okay, so I mean, first let's work in the cycles quickly, right? Let's work it through, because we know, if you've been watching the videos, the last final cycle has been a disaster, hasn't it? To put it mildly. We'll come on to that. I think the first block we nailed it. We was easy, we did the cycles, we hit the distance, we went early, we was on 20 miles, we 16, 18, 20, nailed it. Absolutely crashed into the plans from Dorney, no problems. Then the middle part, we sort of lost track a bit, didn't we? But
yeah, everything was a bit all over the place, wasn't it?
What was that? Because it was at races, or I think that was races.
There was a spate of races that came back.
Yeah.
So the first
and work.
It's been gradually, I say getting worse, getting better, but
yeah, getting better. So, and we had courses, but that said, we still hit distance. We still managed, you know, two 20 milers. We did an extra 20 miler because we missed effectively an 18, didn't we? So we went 16, 20, 20. We did a quick half marathon each. We did a quick 10k each, I think. Did we do? Yeah, we did. We've done some quick runs in there. We've done some speed sessions in there. So that's been all right. That's been fine. It's just this last section, isn't it? This last block, this last, you know, part of the training block. It's just gone, and I'm not talking taper, by the way, people. I'm talking, you know, the last bit of the sort of cycle that we go through. All right, you could argue the taper's a cycle as well, right? So I'll put that to one side. But I don't know, so I mean, the blow up on the last 20 miler was just, okay, bad fielding from I put it out there. You know, I had my medical issues where I was suffering, you know, low blood and all that sort of stuff. That's, you know, effectively I would say a week and a half off while I had to recuperate from hospital. But the idiot that I am, I try and change my diet, which was stupid in retrospect because I wasn't running, so I thought I better eat less, which is the worst thing to do. So 20 miles, blew up at 12 miles, basically because I was underfueled. My blood sugars, I could just feel it. And then, I don't know, we've just been chasing it, even in the week, been chasing it.
I think everything's just hit. And I think one thing to me is it's shown, but I don't think we've really missed any of the long runs. We've got the long runs in somehow.
Yeah.
We've managed to squeeze them in.
Yeah.
It really shows what the weekday mileage needs to be at to maintain what you're putting in the weekend and complement it.
Yeah.
That's what I found.
Yeah.
So I've been missing that, and that's making the long runs harder.
I think I make you right on that. I don't think I've done enough mileage in the week.
Yeah, I definitely.
Simply purely from not having enough time.
Yeah.
You know, I've been nicking 3 miles, 6 miles where I can, but no consistency and no building on those miles in the week.
Yeah. It's just lucky if you get out and run. That's the
I think that's. I mean, it's not been boiling hot either. I know, you know, some of the runs we've done, we've had some really bad conditions. 2 of the 20 milers, one was really wet, one was really warm. But you know, it's not been overly hot, has it? So, do you think we suffered because of our inconsistency in the week?
I think that's a big thing too. 100%.
Yeah, there's a lot to be said. There's a lot to be said for it, isn't there? Really.
Yeah. Well, you know, those speed sessions or those slower 10Ks, you know, medium effort 10Ks during the week.
Yeah, I think that's the one I've missed. Is the medium effort 10K. I try to get it where I can, but I don't think that, and that's a real builder in your mileage. You know, that's a real banker to go out and do a medium pace 10K, because 6 miles relatively, I know it's far for some people, I appreciate that, but for where we are, it's a banker run. And not to be able to have the time to do that, I think that's really showed up on those longer runs. Despite us still hitting 420 miles, all right, one was absolute agony, but still hitting 420 miles. 2 of them, well, I would say sweet as. The first one was relatively to plan, but the other 2, despite that weather, we nailed it, and we ran a good pace on the way back. And there's the other one where we split it, we ran good pace there, good pace. That last 10K after that half marathon, we ran well. So that was good. And they say with the half marathons, but like you say, it's they're longer runs. I just don't think we've done enough miles. I just honestly think, I think that's the thing, that's the key from this marathon training block for our next one, which will start in December, and effectively, won't it? We'll get through November, run up October, have November off, not running but off, but we start again in December. But I think when we look to do our plan, I think we've got to look at more miles in the week.
I think we've got the long run sussed, really, I think.
Yeah.
And you know, and that cycle of the 13, 16, 18s, 20s and all that sort of thing. That's all there and ready to go. But I think I said in the previous videos that my structure during the week, there isn't any. So if I can get out and run, I'll go and run.
Yeah.
And there's no real rhyme or reason what that run will be.
Yeah. Yeah. See, I've got the structure, but I don't have the time. So I can get out, but a lot of the time I'm chasing it because I can only do. I've only got 3 miles. I've got to get on a Zoom call, or I've got a club to get to. I've got coaching to do, or something. You know, there's always something in the way of being able to go, you know, out to sort of longer distance. Really, it's I don't know, Tone, but I guess we've got to talk about expectations for London next. So where do we start? So let's just think about it. So we're always going to do. We were always playing for 3:45, right, at Dorney. That was always the goal when we started this training block, wasn't it? And then a few mishaps along the way. I had to take my, after basically where I've been suffering and, you know, after everything I've gone, I've had to dial it back, right? So you know, sub 4 was always I'm looking for. But I think you were on, after the first block, middle of the second block, you were on for a 3:30. You were training well for a 3:30 because you were on those 18, 20 miles, he would, and rightly so, he would dart off with about 4 miles to go. Right? Argument's sake, 3 or 4 miles to go.
Mm.
And run the last bit well. And rightly so. But I think, my point is you was training for a 3:30. I think you'd have probably got round between 3:30, 3:45, somewhere in there. But the minute we switched to London, like physical, we turned down our estimations from, you know, to a sub 4 effectively, wasn't it? And running at sort of 3:50 pace, well, you said Dorney pace at the start of the London Marathon, and just getting halfway and seeing how we get on. But now, sitting here, what do you think?
I think sub 4's, you know, it's definitely on for us both.
Yeah.
It's just that strategy of what we go out at, really. And we don't want to push ourselves too far at the beginning, but then again, we don't want to feel like wasted the beginning.
Yeah.
And have too much to catch up.
I did that one year. We started 2-star one year at London. It is a fine balance in any race, actually. I talk about rhythm. Even on the podcast, I said it, didn't I, about rhythm at the start of the race. I think we've got to find that. But what that looks like, I don't know. Do you go out at 9:09, like sub 4, and cruise, and negative split it? That could be a way. But then if you blow up, you're moving towards 4:30, which is not the goal.
Yeah, so you haven't got as much leeway that way, and also you say something you don't want to think that you took it too easy. And
you finish and think, oh, I could have done more than that.
I think that, you know, we're probably, after several more arguments and discussions,
a lot of arguments.
We'll settle somewhere between the 8:50 and 9, I would guess, to go off at.
Yeah.
And then just keep track of where we feel and where we're at.
But most importantly, have you enjoyed this marathon training block? Right, I said, didn't I, one of the videos, we're going to rate ourselves. Out of 10. Let's rate it in terms of performance and enjoyment. Enjoyment, apart from that last 20 miler, I'd give it enjoyment 10, because I love running with you, bruv. I'll give it 100. I'll give it 10. No question. In terms of performance, I'll give it about 5. I think at halfway, I would have given us an 8, because at halfway during the plan, we was cooking. You know, we'd done two 20 miles, 3 20 miles. We've done 2 20 miles, 18, 16s. You know, a steady half marathon at 1:45, 1:42, whatever. You know, decent 10k here and there. And we was cooking. We was getting a speed in the legs. You know, we was gunning along, and then the wheels came off, didn't it? So yeah, I think a 5 in terms of performance, and a 10 in terms of enjoyment. What about you?
I don't think I can say less than 10 for enjoyment now, can I?
Yeah, you can. No, you have to, because if you say that you've enjoyed it, that means I haven't done my job properly. Because my mission is to make him get a headache. So enjoyment.
Should go for 9.
9. It's gone for 9. It's gone for 9.5, and that's only because he forgot his earphones on the big 20 miler that we did.
No,
otherwise,
broken. I've got to have a chat with them.
Yeah. Okay. And then performance.
Yeah. I mean, I'd probably go a little bit more than you at 6. Not much.
6.
But as you say, you know, I think we have got the long runs in, and we have done those sort of things.
Yeah,
but
maybe
it's
I'm being a bit harsh. Maybe because I'm looking at the last part instead of the first part. But you always look at the last part, because that's what dictates really what happens in the marathon, really.
Yeah.
No, I'm going to stick to my 5. I'm 100% sticking to my 5. But that's it, type done. So that's it. So there won't be a vlog on the marathon day, on the October the 3rd. I'm just looking at the dog who's eating like bark. So I'm going to have to go and stop the video in about 2 seconds, because otherwise he's going to have the doctors. There won't be a vlog on when is it we're doing this? 3rd.
3rd, yeah.
It will come out. It might come out on Sunday evening. It might come out on the Monday. It all depends on how the race goes. If the race is if the race is blinding, right, it'll be done Sunday evening. If it's a real struggle, and we've just want to go and commiserate in McDonald's, then it'll probably be Monday. So that's it. But anyway, if you're doing it, good luck. Yeah. If you're not doing London, maybe you're doing Dorney as well, but you're doing the virtual. Good luck. Pace yourself, like we said about get into your rhythm, but enjoy it. Whatever happens, right? Even for us, even if we blow up 12 miles, you've got to get it done. You're going to get the same medal. It doesn't matter whether it's 3 hours, 4 hours, 8 hours. It doesn't matter. You just cross that line. You got the medal, and then you move on. So there you go. We'll catch you later. Say bye, Tobe.
See you later.
Say bye, Bud.